Hi Geminis, welcome to your December 2018 monthly readings. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody out there. Excuse my hair, I'm out of town, so I'm in a hotel, and I'm right by the heater. It took me like an hour to set up here. There's like no room, but my hair is just like going all over the place because of the heat that's going off here. All right, you guys. So I'm going to be doing these a while back. I did the No Show and Grow. The way I do my readings is I just do it by energies, what I feel, and for some reason I felt like this is what's needed for the month. I got a piece of hair in my eye. Alright, so I apologize for not getting yours out last month. I didn't get any of the air signs out, and I feel bad because I said I was going to do yours first, and I'm doing them first now. So, hopefully I can keep these shorter, because, man, I'm limited on time. It's just been crazy, you guys. Alright, so, the first card you got is I Am Simple. So, what I'm getting for you guys is, okay, if you're overthinking things and you're trying to, like, I'm trying to get the words for what I'm feeling here. It's like, you need to simplify things a lot more, okay? So if you're running into errors, into problems, and you're like overexerting yourself in some manner, simplify things, okay? So that means you may be doing things that you don't necessarily have to do. So you need to simplify things, like get the things done that are necessities, okay? And then the other things can fall by the wayside, and you can get to those when need be. But this is also for like Christmas time and things like that, okay? So if you're trying to be extravagant with your gifts and things like that, what it's saying is like, really the simple things in life is what matters. So it's more like, instead of buying, if you have children or something like that, a PlayStation 4, okay, or I like my brother, that's what he wants, is a PlayStation 4, right? And it's actually my birthday this month, but he's in his 30s, right? Sometimes you can't afford those things. The simple things are what matter. So it's like just having the people around for the holidays, or buying the necessity things that they need, okay? Like, because, in order for my brother to get the PlayStation, everybody's going to have to pitch in for that. It's not something that like, I already spoke to my brother about it. Like, that's not something that one person can buy you, because it's really expensive. So simplify. So that's like, okay, for that big gift, then you discuss things with your family, because you're going to overcomplicate things if you try to purchase it. Like, this is an example, okay? If you try to purchase it yourself for that person, then you may run into problems, and you're going to overthink, like, your spending or budget, how you're going to do it. Well, just simplify. Talk to everybody in the family, get them all to pitch in for that one big gift, okay? And that's how you get that done, all right? But it's the family coming together that matters. The simple things in life that matter. It's not the big things. Don't overcomplicate things, and don't think about don't overthink things, okay? Just you need to know that it's the simple things that matter. So it's not about what people can do for you or what you can do for them. It's time. Okay, so time is the most precious gift in life, and it's the most valuable commodity that you can have, because you're never going to get more of it back. So spending time together with the loved ones that you have, whether it's just having a cup of coffee with them, those things are what really matter. It's not about being extravagant or going out and spending lots of money. It's about the simple things, okay? So it's like, if you're running into problems with your spouses or your friends or families, it's because it's just time that they need, all right? It's not about going out for dinner. It's actually like making dinner with your siblings, or your friends, your girlfriends, your guy friends. You guys like getting to talk, and, if you're a guy, I would assume that, like, if you're watching a football game, that would be more valuable than going out to a pub or a bar, all right? Because you can actually buy, somebody can bring over the beer, you make the chicken wings, like, and you're talking and you're having a good time. Like, okay, so what you need to know is that it's the simple things that matter, and those are the things that you need to prioritize, okay? And then I got, for what you need to show is I am humble, okay? And Cancer, I think Cancer last month was going to get a slice of humble pie. All right, and I can laugh because I know I've been doing these videos for like 4 years, and over the 4 years, everybody's gotten that at some point. Okay, and I'm a Sag, and Sag's got it. I think last year, but they got more than a slice of humble pie. They got like a big chunk of it, at least half of a humble pie. So it's saying, um, again, it's tying into the I am simple, the I am humble. Okay, it's the simple things that matter. Okay, that's what you need to show, is that it's like, maybe people are misinterpreting what you want for Christmas. So it's like, do your Gemini thing and communicate properly. Okay, if you have children, you don't want them. Okay, because I'm feeling like somebody is overcompensating with gifts and things like that because of the time, and they don't understand that it's time that matters, and like gifts and things like that aren't going to make up for it. It's about the simple things. It's the time. So with your spouse and things like that, if you're coming into problems, it's time. Okay, with your mother, it might be because you need to make more time. Your sister, your brother, it's just about time. All right. And then it says what you need to grow. We have a card that fell. Is I am receiving. Okay. So, well, that's, you have to make sure that you're getting an equal exchange, okay, of give and take. So it's like what you're giving out, you need to ensure that's what you're gaining, okay? So it's also like if you're running into problems, and maybe what you're giving out is what you're going to receive. So if you're like, if you have a negative attitude, it might attract a lot of negative people towards you, like people giving you their problems and things like that. It could be because you're an excellent problem solver, but it's also like you need to be very aware that your manifestation power is going to be high. It is going to be high this month, okay? So if you're the type of person, okay, so it's like, because I feel you have some sort of like frustration here, and I'm not sure what it's due to. Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it's due to. Okay, but the solution to these problems, what's happening or occurring, is simplicity. Okay, so I'm receiving. So that's like, if you want to spend time with people and you're not receiving that time with them, it's because perhaps maybe you've been canceling a lot on them. So now that they're not making you a priority, or they don't feel like you're reliable, or you don't feel like these people are reliable. So it's going to be an equal exchange. You're going to be getting what you're giving, okay? But with the I am receiving, if you want more time with people, you got to give them more time, okay? So like give and take here, all right? You need to grow your receiving. So maybe you're not the type of person who likes to receive gifts or compliments, okay? And if that's the case, then you really need to evaluate why that makes you uncomfortable. Okay, because then there's some sort of interpersonal issue that you're having. It stemmed from childhood or something else, okay? Because you should be able to receive a compliment and not feel guilty about it. It should make you feel good, okay? If somebody says that, you're a good-looking person, you shouldn't feel like, oh, they're just saying that because, or you're a nice person, they're just saying that because they want something. Generally speaking, some people, your friends and family members are going to tell you the good things about you, and they mean it. So it shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable, okay? You got the Queen of Wands. She came out. So this means with the I am simple and the Queen of Wands, what I'm getting is like, this is all due to you. You have to take action, okay? Queen of Wands is self-assertive, and she's an action taker. She doesn't wait for people. She just does it, okay? But you can also see in this card, there's no mask. All right. So if you're running into problems, ensure that you're not wearing a mask. You're authentically who you are. You need to be comfortable with who you are, regardless if you walk outside in track pants. Okay. Like you don't need to have makeup on all the time. You should feel good about who you are in your own skin, without add-ons. Okay. I don't know why I said add-ons, but without add-ons. Okay. You're Gemini. You're fabulous the way you are. Okay. This could also mean that for some reason I'm getting a partnership. Okay, you could come into, because she's quite, she's an entrepreneur. Okay, she's very helpful. The good quality about the Queen of Wands is, how can I put it? If you have an idea or if you have a problem, she's very positive and optimistic, but she's a go-getter. So she will encourage, her gift is she will encourage you to go after what you want, and she will give you, she will help feed your idea and give examples or possibilities of how you can do it, how you can approach it. Doesn't mean that it's correct, but it means that if you listen to her and you take her advice, when you try one of those things, you're going to end up running into another, it's like a, it'll be, hopefully this makes sense. It'll be like a nudge in the right direction. You may get a spark from considering that. It could give you another idea. Does that make sense? Okay. But this woman would be confident. These are energies you got to take on. What you need to know is that you will have a Queen of Wands in your life. She won't be wearing a mask, which means she'll be authentically who she is. Okay. So that's how you're going to know she'll be authentic. But this is also energy that you're going to have to take on. Okay. It's about simple. She has no mask on. That's important. All right. So don't wear a mask. Because that's how, if you wear a mask, what I am receiving, because this is what you need to grow, it's like, it could be why you're attracting that negativity into your life, okay? And I'm not the type of person who believes you are what you attract. I don't believe in that, okay? Like, I'd say to an extent, but not to the full extent that most people do, because bad things happen to good people, all right? When you're a good person, you get taken advantage of a lot. Doesn't mean you should change who you are, all right? It just means that the universe is going to give you an awareness to these people no longer serve you in your life. They're not giving to you what you're giving to them. So then you'll, with the Queen of Wands, you'll take action, you'll go a new direction, and the proper people will flow into your life. Okay. The next card you got is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. There's a lot of hands here. All right. And I am seeing pie. Maybe some of you guys need to bake a pie. Okay, meditation could be important to you guys, but meditation comes in all sorts of ways. It's whatever works for you, okay? So that could be like painting your nails, gardening, cooking, baking. I'm a baker. I enjoy baking. I find it peaceful. You're just doing your own thing. You're not thinking is what meditation is, okay? But this is a Seven of Pentacles. It's working really hard, okay? Some of you, if you feel stuck, well, then the problem is you need to take on the Queen of Wands energy and go a new direction. Be decisive, make a decision, and go after it, okay? And as a Gemini, you're probably going to be concerned and worried. That's fine. You do want to evaluate that, but you don't want to miss out on opportunities because you're too scared to take a risk, all right? If you're having fear, you need to directly attack that fear, okay? And you'll notice once you attack that fear, it wasn't that bad. You fall on your butt, you get back up, and you go. It was something valuable for you to learn, and you'll gain knowledge when you fall on your butt, okay? Something you can take with you. Some of you may even be, I don't know why, donating your time and services. So this could be like, maybe you're going to donate, you could even donate clothing, blankets, that type of thing for the homeless, or if you have children, it's really talking about volunteering. So that might be something you might want to look into, because you're going to be a mirror image to your child. They're going to pick up on your habits, and when they get older. So like if you're young or you got a young child, then it might be good to somehow volunteer your time and take your child with you to show the importance of giving back and receiving. So if you're somebody at some point in your life, and this happens to everybody, okay? My mother's an immigrant, so like when we were younger, I'm going to be 34, there were times when we needed to rely on, like, I believe in the States, they call it food stamps and stuff like that, okay? There was a time in our life where we had to do that, and it's always been important to my mother that every year, a couple of times a year, we donate, we clean out our cupboards, and we give all of this stuff away, all right? So whatever you've received in your life, if you've received help, you want to give help in that manner too. All right? There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Some of you guys could be quite stubborn about asking for help. And then you have the Lovers. Ooh, your card. So you have a decision and a choice. Okay? And That's falling in the section of what you need to grow. So you need to grow making decisions again. So this was pretty keen. This is you. You need to take action. You need to take her energy on. Okay, it's get it done, do things. You got places to go, people to see, and things to do. You can't procrastinate. There's a bit of a procrastinating energy coming on here. Like if you're waiting for things to happen, they're not just going to happen or fall in your lap. You might have to attack things and go searching for them, okay? Because these people are seekers, all right? So if you need knowledge, you need wisdom, you need more information to make a decision, then that's what you got to do. For some of you guys, I feel like you need some one-on-one time with your partner, okay? And it's time. It's not like going out and having, you can do that if you want, but like go out and have a fancy dinner. But it's more so I'm getting like making the dinner together because you'll have fun doing it, all right? Spending quality time together, making time for one another. So that means there's some things in your areas in your life with I am simple that you can sacrifice to create the simplicity. Like you don't need to do a lot of stuff to, like you got to simplify here. It could even mean be talking about the Queen of Wands is quite generous, all right? She gives her energy to others, but it has to be an equal exchange is what it's saying, okay? But this is a month if you got decisions and choices to make. You really got to think about what it is you want to sacrifice, okay? And if it's worthwhile, all right? Because companies can tell you, you hear this a lot when you work for a company or something like that. They tell you that people are replaceable, okay? Because that's a fear tactic that they're trying to use on you. But the same goes vice versa. Life's full of irony, all right? Just as much as employees are replaceable, companies are replaceable. So if you're working in a company that you're finding that you're giving too much of your time and your effort and you're making sacrifices with your loved ones, your partner, your children, you really need to evaluate, is it worth it? Okay, because you can always go, like maybe the change scares you. Okay, walk through the fire, all right? Maybe you feel like you're like, don't be afraid to burn bridges either, because this woman will burn a bridge, all right? She'll drop the mic. You want to be tactful if you're going to do that. And you have the Infant of Chalices. I do feel like whether you're a man or woman, there's something that you're sacrificing and it's causing you to miss out on time with a child. Baking cookies, things like that, like start your own traditions, okay? Infant of Chalice, that's like a young emotional bond. It could represent a child, but I also get it's like something that touches your heart, okay? It's innocence, all right? Like, and that's falling in the I am simple. With the I am simple, the Queen of Wands, it's innocence, all right? Don't be afraid of a new beginning, too, because that's a new beginning. What is emotionally going to make you happy? You can always find another job if you find that you're sacrificing too much. Is your company giving you what you're giving them? They have to appreciate you, like. And then you got the Judgment card, okay? I feel like you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision of what has value to you. All right? Do not allow outside noises to interfere with your decision. It has to come from you. It's a personal choice you got to make. And you got to really sit down and ask yourself the hardcore questions in order to talk to yourself. You do have to have a conversation with yourself. Okay? I do feel like if you have a partner, like you're in a good relationship. It is about love. You want to ensure that you're not allowing outside noises to interfere with you, because the thing is, when you're we're going to be realistic here, okay? In the real world, okay, people that are suffering want you to suffer with them. They don't want you to be as happier than they are. They don't want to see you move forward if they're going to be left behind, or they feel like you're going to advance past them. Okay, so their opinions could be very self-serving. All right, so you want to talk to somebody with the that has innocence in them. Okay, that's going to give you Okay, because Aries can be, people say selfish, and actually Aries are quite selfless. All right, they're very misunderstood, like a lot of zodiac signs are. Okay, Gemini too, right? Because Gemini is quite positive and optimistic. So you manifesting, you got to be very positive about things. Okay, don't think about what if this happens and it goes wrong. Think about what if it works out. Okay, if it doesn't work out, you already know you can go get another job. You have that solution already. It's not a big deal. All right, it might be inconvenient, but it's not a big deal. All right, but you want to ensure that like there's redemption here too. You want to ensure that outside noises aren't interfering with you, though. I am getting that, because if you're listening to, it's like if you want to know how a person feels, Gemini, you just gotta. There's no shortcuts in life. You have to put the work in. That means you go and you talk to that person and you ask them, "How do you feel about me?" Okay, and sometimes you have to, like, how can I explain it? Sometimes, okay, like if a person's traveling, say as an example, if you have a spouse, because I've seen this played out before, okay, if you have a spouse and they're going on vacation and you're not going with them, okay, like arguments could occur before that person leaves or goes on vacation, and things can be said, right? But when those things are said and it sounds like hurtful, okay, a person can misinterpret where that's stemming from. It's that person doesn't know how to properly express their emotions, so they're not going to tell you, I miss you, I love you, this is hard for me to be away from you. Instead, it's going to come out in conflict. So sometimes when you're asking a question, you really have to listen, okay? And you have to not respond, but you have to think about, this person may have reacted like that because they felt loss. Separation from you could have made them feel lost, so they were hurt. So words came out differently. Like, does that make sense? Okay, because you really got to pay attention to the details here. And I want you to like just remember that there's no easy way around things. You have to put the effort in. Things just aren't going to fall in your lap or magically get fixed. That stems from you taking action. All right, you getting it done. Where I just want one more card, and we have this is you guys, the Queen of Swords. All right. It's a little explicit, so if you're under 18, please do not watch it. But I love this card, you guys. All right, so you're going to be, again, it's like you got to use your mind here. All right, Queen of Swords, she's an intellect. She's extraordinarily intelligent, and she has the gift of foresight. So you already have the gift of foresight, but you have to, like I said, when I gave that example about if a person's leaving and they're going on a trip and they're a loved one and then an argument occurs, not everything is as it seems. That was the action they took, but what actually is happening is they're hurt and they're missing you, and it's coming from love. It's not coming from hate. So there's, you need clarity. You really need to see things clearly here, okay? And you got to listen to yourself, okay? Be very aware that outside noises could cause confusion, because what I'm getting with you see all of these hands, they're takers. They want something from you, so they're going to give you the response or answer that they think that you want to hear. It may not be for your highest interest, okay? It may be to cause destruction, because they're going to gain somehow from you falling. But what I'm getting and what you need to be aware of is that you're not going to fall as long as you decide to take personal responsibility in action, rely on yourself, and do things with purity, okay? It's like if you're looking for a gift, it's not about, again, the most expensive gift. I remember one year, my sister has strong Gemini in her chart, actually. A Gemini moon and Gemini Mercury and another Gemini placement as well. One year, my sister, for Christmas, because this is about sentiment, I'm not even saying that right, blah, blah, being sentimental, okay? One year, when my sister was a little kid, there was this show called The Big Comfy Couch. I don't know if any of you guys know this show. I'm just going to take a sip of coffee. And for Christmas time, there used to be a character called Molly on the show. And when she was a kid, she had the Molly doll, and she slept with this thing all the time. She had it for years. walked with it everywhere, took it everywhere with her. The thing was all, torn up and everything, and the kid didn't care, right? So I think it was about 4 years ago when she was mid-20s or something like that. I researched for months to find this Molly doll that she had as a child. I actually found one, and for Christmas time, that's what I gave her. It wasn't the most, it was a little pricey because they don't make them anymore, but it wasn't like the most expensive gift, okay? And my sister cried when she got it, It was about sentimental. That meant more to her than getting some big, extravagant gift, okay? Because the thought went behind it and the time and the effort that was put into it. It was a simple thing, right? Simplicity. That's what matters. That touched my sister's heart. Okay, and Geminis are quite sentimental too. You guys are highly emotional. I know they say air signs aren't emotional. They are, right? I work with a Gemini lady, and she cries quite often. She's very sweet and very sentimental, but she puts on a very good front of being strong and assertive. But she's a big softie, man. She's a big softie. Okay, so it's the little things that matter. You need clarity. Don't let people interfere with you. You got a lot of takers somehow interfering, giving you noise and starting fires. Okay, and this woman has the ability to walk through fire, so you have the ability to walk through fire. All right, these people are going to burn bridges for themselves. You don't need to participate in it. You need to focus on yourself. Okay, don't be concerned about everybody else. All right, you guys. Hopefully this helped you out. I will talk to you next month. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope everybody really gets to enjoy a good quality time with friends and family. Okay, keep things simple. All right. Namaste, and I will talk to you next month. Ciao for now.